Okay, so here we are for video 7. This is going to be angle of elevation. All right, so the math that we've been doing is going to stay the same. The only difference now is we're going to add one vocabulary word or two vocabulary words called the angle of elevation, the angle of depression. Now, the only way that this is going to change is now we're going to have some word problems, and it's just going to, how we get the information in the picture, we're going to use these vocabulary words. So, new things today. Okay, we need to know what angle of elevation and depression are. We need to be able to identify where they are in a picture. We need to be able to draw a diagram from a word problem. This is going to be the key. This is usually our part 3 on our Regents exam. And then once we get there solving, all right, that's pretty much the same exact thing that we've been doing. So I got a couple of examples here. Big thing is going to be the notes in the beginning, and then we'll do two examples together. All right, so the angle of elevation is always measured from the ground up or from like your eye level or whatever the question's talking about going upward. That's your angle of elevation. All right, so that's the key, and that's really where the triangle gets made, and it's always on the inside of the triangle. Right, the angle of depression is on the outside of the triangle, and again, you got to think about it as eye level. Okay, and depression would be going downward. That's where the angle of depression is going to go. So this is kind of something that will come up every once in a while on a multiple choice or a part 2 or part 3. So based off of this picture here, what do you think the relationship is between the angle of depression and the angle of elevation? All right, so if you look at the diagram, they are alternate interior angles, and that means that they're congruent. So the nice thing about this is the angle of elevation and the angle of depression are always going to be the same. So over here, if this is x, or my angle of depression, then this is also going to be x, my angle of elevation. So wherever my information is in this picture, I can use either one to solve. All right, so we're just going to do two examples. It should hopefully clear some of this up, and today's practice is going to be a little bit of drawing. Okay, so first example, nursery plants a new tree and attaches a guy wire to help support the tree while its roots take hold. So first thing is to draw a picture. Now, when they ask you to draw a picture, try to draw it as realistically as possible so that you know what each thing is, because that's going to help you label in the end. All right, because it says an 8-foot wire is attached. So I know that that's this. This is the wire because this is the tree and that's the ground. So I know what everything is because I drew it. So from the stake in the ground, the angle of elevation is 42 degrees. So like I said, the angle of elevation is going to be from the ground up. That's going to be my 42. And then what it's asking is to the nearest tenth, which everybody I think needs a little bit of work on rounding, looking at the answers from the last couple assignments there. Find the height of the connection point on the tree. So we're looking for this. I want to find the height on the tree. Okay, so if this is my point of view or my reference angle, this would be my opposite, this would be my adjacent. My right angle at the tree, this would be my hypotenuse. So O and H, we're going to use sine of 42 equals x over 8. So where's the variable? The variable's on top. So we're going to multiply 8 times sine 42. So I'm going to go to my calculator. 8 times sine 42. 5.35. Now, rounding. Super important. The tenth. That's where the 3 is. So I look one behind it. If it's 5 or above, I give it a shove, so I change it to a 4. If it's less than that, I leave it alone. Since there's a 5, this 3 becomes a 4. So the answer would be 5.4 feet. Question 2. From the top of a fire tower. I don't know how to make a fire tower, but we're just going to draw something that looks like this. Okay. Forest ranger, person, sees his partner at an angle of depression of 40 degrees. So like we said, angle of depression is outside the triangle. It's going to go here. Okay. Now, as we said before, the angle of depression and the angle of elevation are the same exact thing. So we can put them in the same spot. Right? The tower is 45 feet in height. How far is the partner from the base of the tower? This is important. The base of the tower is here. So this is the distance that I'm looking for. And here, the triangle that we're going to use. So I have 45 feet in X. This is my reference angle. This is my opposite, my adjacent, my hypotenuse. I would use tangent here, which tangent of 40 equals 45 over x. My variable is on the bottom, so I'm going to divide 45 divided by tan of 40, and that's going to be my answer. So we're going to have 45 divided by tan of 40. Let me get my 0 in here. Hold on one second. Okay, 53.62. So this is less than 5. Therefore, the 6 is going to stay. So 53.6 feet. All right. So the only difference with this video, the only new thing here, is you got to make sure that you can draw the angle of elevation and angle of depression. All right. Here's just again another helpful image of what it should look like when you draw it out. Again, vocabulary words, summary, some questions. You can go through these practice problems if you want. I'm going to make another Google form or have you draw some things, upload some pictures. Sometimes the picture is drawn for you, and sometimes it's not. All right, so the big thing is try to practice and try to challenge yourself and draw some of these questions. Some of these are kind of tough. All right, so make sure you complete the Google form, and I'll see you guys in the next video.